Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to another Worthless Mutts. I am Gord the Dog Butcher. This is episode 44, and I'm calling this one Cesar Millan, Do You Sit? Why I'm calling this Cesar Millan, Do You Sit? Uh, as a youth, when I was young, I've seen his show and I didn't like it. I did not like dogs, therefore didn't like his show. And even then, I thought he was, promoting this dog. I didn't call it dog culture at the time, but I knew he was promoting this dog culture at the time. Me and him, we would not get along. And if I had to say I have an enemy or an arch nemesis in this, crusade against these worthless mutts, Cesar Millan would definitely be one of my main arch nemesis. This guy, he is part of the dog industry. And before I get into that, but also the other part of this, Do You Sit? Again, Cesar Millan, he's a dog nutter, dog owner, dog trainer, etc. And he bullies. He also bullies dogs. And he bullies and bosses dogs to do whatever he says. He trains these dog owners to obey, to enslave these dogs. So in a way, it's like I'm kind of reflecting what he does back to him. So Cesar Millan, do you sit? So today's episode is going to be about Cesar Millan, also about dog trainers, and always always little other off-topic subjects, but mainly we're gonna try to get to know Cesar Millan and also observe and know and again shine the light on these dog trainers. Again, not again, but for the first time, Cesar Millan is part of the dog industry. He is part of the dog industry, and this guy has probably made a million off of dogs and dog owners. This guy is likely a millionaire. He's probably one of the most. I don't even know if there's a second most popular dog, figure out there, but Cesar Millan is the most popular dog figure, dog person, dog nutter in this whole entire world of all time. Even before him, I cannot name anyone. Before, during, and even if he goes eventually, I won't know anyone after him. And there's a lot out there. There's a lot of dog trainers out there. And with the dog industry, especially with Cesar Millan, this guy has made millions. Dog industry maybe billions. And this guy, in order for him to make millions of dollars, he needs dog lovers. He needs dog nuts. He needs dog owners. He needs dumb dog owners. Without dumb dog owners, dog lovers, dog nutters, this guy would not be making money. This guy needs dog nuttery. He needs dogs to not obey. He needs people who should not be owning a dog. Because if those people did not exist, he would not be around, known as, I call him the dog god, but he's like the dog trainer of the world, making millions off of this culture, making millions off of ignorant people. And he needs that. And like in many like Disney cartoons or various cartoons, you always have that con man, that that person that wants to rip people off. And oftentimes the con man doesn't go after or try to sell something to the smart, strong, bold looking person. The con man often always goes to the naive, the vulnerable, the weak, the stupid, in order to sell their product. And this is what this dog culture, this dog industry, and what Cesar Millan does. He needs dumb people. He needs dog nutters. And without any dog nuts, he would not be doing it. I'm not going to say he would be broke or anything, but he would not be where he is today without dog nutters. Again, the dog industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And in order for them to keep that, they need dog nuts. They do need dog nutters. And in reality, no one needs a dog. Reality says no one needs a dog. But again, people like him, they push this dog propaganda on people. In the cartoons, the movies, etc., the media. And people who should not be owning dogs, like pitbull nutters, they get them, and what do? They seek out people like Cesar Millan, so they have to pay out thousands of dollars to these people just so this person can teach them how to make their dogs sit. This is a con man industry. This dog industry is a con man industry. And again, it feeds on the weak. It feeds on the dumb. So let's get into... Oh yeah, another thing. I was supposed to do a video yesterday, but I don't know what's going on. Like the Wi-Fi in my area, like the whole city pretty much, or the whole state, province where I live, was out. So I couldn't do the last video I wanted to do. So I'm going to be saving that video for a next time with no actual date of when I'm actually going to do it. But, so yeah. But anyway, we're going to dive into this. So again, this is episode 44. Cesar Millan, do you sit? We're going to discussing Cesar Millan, also dog trainers, also other random little bits regarding this dog culture. Everything is going good. Yes. All right. So let's get into it. So again, who is Cesar Millan? It says Cesar Millan is the dog god. I call him the dog god. Known for his television series Dog Whisperer, Millan focused on rehabbing severely aggressive dogs. Founded the Dog Psychology Center in East LA. Then it moved to his permanent house in Santa Clarita, California. He has over 25 years of experience. He's a world-renowned dog behavior expert. He was born in Mexico, spent his life in his early years on his grandfather's farm, where he observed dogs' behavior. So he was pretty much born and grew up around dogs. So it's no wonder. It's no wonder why this guy is a dog nut. Millan's grandfather taught many of the principles of dog behavior he still employs today. So again, he was groomed at a very young age regarding these dogs. In December of 1990, at the age of 21, Millan, who spoke no English, listen to this, crossed the border into California. He landed his first job grooming dogs, soon gaining a reputation for his calm effect. One of his first clients was, I didn't know this until I read this, actress Jada Pinkett Smith. I'm going to touch more on this issue, on this person in this video. Became his first client, supporters, and she basically, Jada Pinkett Smith was basically the forerunner, the engine, the gas, the oil, the wheels that made Cesar Millan relevant. I didn't know that. I didn't know that until I had to go shine the light on it. And I noticed that Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, was the one who pretty much created my arch nemesis within this dog culture. We all know his origin of Tish, or whatever you say it. One of the things Caesar is best known for is his use of the sound Tish, Tish, to correct dogs, which he credits to his mother. He explains that training your dog to respond to specific sound by going into a calm, submissive state is a very powerful tool to establish yourself as the pack leader. So again, I am going to be debunking. I'm going to be shining the light on this pack leader alpha male nonsense. Again, this is all made up garbage by this dog nut. As you may know, he has tons of shows like Cesar 911, to the Rescue, Mutt and Stuff, Cesar Millan's Dog Nation, and he also has a children's show on Nickelodeon Network. I'll vote now. Yeah, so I want to see what the reviews are saying regarding his most popular show, The Dog Whisperer. So there's only 25 reviews. How Caesar's dogs help us. Fun to watch. Very good show. A lot of positiveness. Must see for dog lovers. Properly trained, a man can become dog's best friend. Man can become dog's best friend and the pack leader. Again, the pack leader stuff is nonsense. It is nonsense. The dog is a dog. What do you do when your dog seems mentally disturbed? Call Cesar Millan. Now, although this show is intriguing, Mr. Millan, or is it Dr. Millan? He's a veterinarian, takes on problem dogs that seem to be temperament and not particularly vicious. It seems that all the dogs on the show that are treated are spoiled by owners who are unwilling to make the effort to place limits on the behavior of their pets. Like I said again, Cesar Millan would not be making millions without dog nuts, without stupid dog owners. Just because you disagree doesn't mean it isn't useful. How has this show run for so long? It was good at first, but then I started to notice that every episode exactly the same thing, different owners and dogs. It always comes down to being assertive, dominant in the end. In fact, that it is so true that I am worried it will count as a spoiler. There are so many other animal shows now that most of them are about dogs. Because again, dog industry, dogs sell because they're able to easily manipulate these people with dogs. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but obviously the TV shows, the movies, things like that, the often push of dogs does, but there's nothing appealing about dogs. You look at it, you take time and look at it. What's appealing about it? I always question people walking their dog. It looks ridiculous. Them picking up their dog crap. There's nothing appealing about it. Nothing. Yeah. Not much reality to it. For 10 years, the show has promoted inaccurate and harmful information about dog behavior. No, dogs are not either dominant or submissive. They are much more complex than that. Okay. Yes, we do know what causes aggressive behavior and other problems, and it's not the owner failing to be the pack leader. It's incredibly sad to see so many dog owners get tricked in treating their dogs in a way that is completely unnecessary. Again, I'm not gonna say what way's the right way to treat a dog, but they're worthless mutts. They're just worthless mutts. And this dog culture, this dog owner, it's about slavery. It's about enslaving your dog. And I'm going to show you more about Cesar Millan and this, horrendous dog culture. But again, a lot of positives. There's a lot of positives. for this guy in the show. It's a reality show, so I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if some of his stuff is, fake or staged. I would not be surprised. Would not be surprised at all. And I'm not surprised he's repetitive. Like, what more can you do with a dog? Like what more? It's like that old saying: you can't teach a dog an old dog new tricks, and you can't teach a dog anything new either. They're all dogs. They do all the same things. All they need is food, and you got them hooked. You feed them food, you pull on their leash, you got them hooked. You do that sound, the tis sound, you got them hooked. You enslave them. You act like you dominate over them. You tell them when they can do this and do that. It's about control. It's so simple. I'm saying it's simple, but I don't know. I really don't know. But if it's not simple, why would you choose to have a task that is so unnecessary and complex? Doesn't make sense. He also has his fair share of dog nuttery books. Like, again, this is all for dog nuts. May sound like I'm advertising, but I'm just showing you guys. I'm just shining the light that this guy made several books about worthless mutts. Several books about them. Like I don't know. Like, what more can you say about dogs? Like, what more? Then anybody can say, "Well, you made like so many videos on these dogs." Yes, I do it to expose them. Not just the dog, but these dog owners, the dog lover, the media, dog industry. I do this in order to break people away from this dog nuttery. I'm just doing my part, to end this vile culture. Which, if you end this dog culture, everything is great. No more maulings, no more being annoying, no more problems. But with this dog culture, people are dying, people are annoyed, people are getting sick. So this dog culture is a lose-lose. You cannot lose without having a dog. You cannot. We don't need dogs. We do not need dogs. Education. Listen to this. So this guy got a master's degree at the Bergen University for Canine Studies. So this guy went to university for whatever, and he got his degree, a master's degree, regarding dogs. And I bet I probably know way more about dogs than Cesar Millan. This guy has to lie. Has to lie, make up stuff, hope that he has a very ignorant, dog owner come to him. He has to make up stuff. But me, I tell you the facts. I tell you the straight up facts about these dogs. I don't hide anything. I even show you those positive reviews. I'll even show, information that promotes dogs. So I'm not hiding anything. I am not hiding anything. I'm just here to shine the light and expose this horrendous dog culture. And I did not need to go to no university to learn about dogs. All I did was go to Google, Yahoo, and I find my information. YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, and I got my information. I guarantee you, I know way more about dogs than Cesar Millan or any dog trainer, because they have to lie and make up things. There are so many dog trainers, but why? If you ask 10 dog trainers, maybe the same question, I guarantee you at least seven of them or half will give you entirely different answers. So why is this dog culture this dog culture is so subjective? Why are so many opinions different? Why are so many ways of handling these worthless mutts different? It's a business. We're gonna listen to some of read some of Cesar Millan's quotes. Here are some things that he says regarding these worthless mutts and his self, I guess. I believe in integrity. Dogs have it. Humans are sometimes lacking it. That's what he says. I'm about to explain it, but I think it's self-explanatory. And this guy got over 380 likes for that. Discipline isn't about showing a dog who's boss. It's about taking responsibility for a living creature you brought into your world. But it's about taking responsibility for a living creature you brought into your world. There is no such thing as a problem breed. However, there is no shortage of problem owners. That's what he says. My kids are around pit bulls every day. In the 70s, they blamed Dobermans. In the 80s, they blamed German Shepherds. In the 90s, they blamed Rottweilers. Now they blame pit bull. So there's a trend going on. There's a trend. This guy sees there's a trend. Did they blame eagles? Did they blame hummingbirds, bees? No. They blame dogs. As long as dogs have existed, they've been blaming dogs. So this guy, again, his job is to make money off of these dog owners. His job isn't to shun or shame any dog. If he shames one dog, this guy can lose probably 1 million, 1,000, thousands. The problem is dogs. Dogs are the problem. They are the problem. From the 70s, this guy says Dobermans, the 80s were German Shepherds, 90s were Rottweilers, and today it's the pit bull. It's always the dog. There's always a problem with the dog. So don't you think that maybe the dog is the problem? Maybe we should just eliminate the dog. If we eliminate the dog, then no one has to blame anything or anyone for anything. Because once the dog is gone, we can finally, at least for that being, live in peace. This guy has a lot of comments, as in quotes. Read one more. After choosing Mr. Green, I asked Brooke if she could find me a towel or a cloth that carried the scent of his canine family of origin to help ease his transition from his first pack into my pack. Brooke did much more than that, whatever that means. Last one I'll say, as we discussed in the last chapter, your puppy may still be in cautious phase that marks the end of her early socialization period, so don't force the puppy inside if she is putting the brakes on. Remember my formula: nose, eyes, ears. Whatever that means. So there you have it. Some of Cesar Millan's degrading quotes. Some of them, a couple of them are, he's pretty much dissing humanity. This guy put dogs before people. As we saw in, Jada Pinkett Smith was pretty much the person responsible for giving birth to Cesar Millan and his dog industry job, or whatever you want to call it. So I did some research, knowing that as they say, Jada Pinkett Smith is suffering from alopecia. If I'm pronouncing that name wrong, the word wrong. So I was wondering, since she's a dog nut, could her alopecia possibly be linked to her having a dog? So I did some shine the light, and one thing that I found, load. So, sorry. One thing I found was, where is it? So invasive organs such as parasites and fungi can cause hair loss, Both of these survive on the same food that you eat. That means that if you're infected with one of these organisms, your body could lose nutrients and become undernourished. When we become nutrient deficient, our bodies always prioritize by sending nutrients to vital organs such as the brain and heart. As a result, hair follicles receive less nourishment and begin to deteriorate. In addition, parasites and fungi release waste products, causing our body's internal environment to become over acidic. This acidity often results in poor hair health. So, again, if you're affected by any type of organism or parasite, it can and may affect hair loss. And as we know, dogs are search it. Dogs, contain so many diseases, so many worms, parasites. There's a lot of names that I can't even pronounce. So I'm thinking, is this linked? Could this be linked? Could Jada Pinkett's hair loss, this alopecia thing, be linked to her having a dog? I'm not sure if she has a dog now, but I don't know. But let's say she does. Could this dog be linked to her hair loss? Also, again, these parasites, from, let's say we're talking about dogs, from dogs, can potentially cause a lot of things. So again, excuse me, should be working. Okay, not sure why it's not working all of a sudden. Man. Okay, sorry, bear with me. Yeah, sorry about that. So I found it. So I asked the question, can dogs cause hair loss in humans? So this came up. Yes, people who own dogs can end up losing their hair if they catch certain medical conditions from their dogs. It is uncommon, but it's feasible. The main condition that transmits hair loss from dogs to humans is mange. You know what that is? Is it possible? Is it mange? Is it possible for humans to get mange? I want to see if it says anything. No, it doesn't. So, yes, it does. So, no. But anyway, so as I'm again linking, like, is it possible? Just from, again, knowing the diseases dogs carry, and just as we read that it's possible to own a dog and they can cause hair loss to humans. So it is possible. It is possible that Jada Pinkett Smith has been I don't know the word for it. I guess a victim of this alopecia disease, just because of her worthless mind. Maybe, I'm not saying it is, but it's just something to think about. All right, so what Cesar Millan does. Dog shouter is kind of opposite of him being a dog whisperer. Cesar Millan attacked by critics in September 2006, just 2 years after Cesar Millan's award-winning TV show premiered. The Humane Society harshly criticized it, calling some of Millan's training methods inhuman as well as cruel and dangerous. They were disturbed by the way he subdued dogs with shock collars by pinning them to the ground or by tightening their collars. Several instances of cruel, dangerous treatment promoted by Millan as acceptable training methods were documented by American Humane, including one in which a dog was partially, I can't pronounce that word, in an episode. In the instance, the fractious dog was pinned to the ground by its neck after first being hung by a collar, which was also tightened by Millan. And he also adds, Millan's goal of subduing a fractious animal was accomplished by partially cutting off the blood supply to its brain. And I'm also going to show another dog trainer that did the same thing. So again, here we have that he's been criticized for his training methods. And even though he's my arch nemesis in this dog industry, I agree with him. Some of his methods I agree with. Like, if dogs are capable of, as we know, killing a person, you can't, be gentle with dogs. Like, this is a multi-million-dollar dog trainer who's been doing this for years, longer than most dog trainers or critics. So he knows that you can't always be kind and gentle to dogs, which is why those kind and gentle owners come right back to him. So being kind and gentle doesn't work. You gotta be a little physical, you gotta be rough, and you gotta be a little violent with these worthless dogs. Because if you don't, then they'll be violent and rough with you. And at the end of the day, they're just dogs. They're just dogs. If this one dies, guess what? I'm not promoting it, but you can go get the same dog from another shelter that behaves exactly the same way. So these dogs, I want them eliminated, but there's really no shortage. I don't think there is a shortage. I don't think these dogs are going extinct. So choking or knocking out a dog, it does very minimal to this population of dogs. Training methods, again, we just went over that. Like, he's been criticized regarding his training methods. People laugh at it. They call it his methods outdated. I mean, it's a dog. Like, it's a dog. Like, again, you can't teach a dog a new trick. Like, it's a dog. Like, you have to keep doing the same thing over again because that's what dogs respond to. Dogs, have been the same since day one. They haven't changed. So criticizing outdated methods and laughing at this guy's outdated methods, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. His quick fix might make for good television. It might even produce lasting results in some class, but it flies in the face of what professional animal behaviorists. Again, this dog culture. I mean, I know they said animal behaviorists, but they really mean dog behaviorists. Again, this dog training industry it's very subjective. One trainer says this, another trainer says that. Maybe because they're jealous, maybe because they're, I don't know, soft. Maybe they have a really soft heart for these dogs. Again, it's very subjective. It's very subjective. Again, you ask 10 dog trainers, you'll probably get 7 different answers. So his National Geographic show on the National Geographic show was criticized. He He had that warning: do not attempt these techniques by yourself without consulting a professional. By 2010, an anti-Cesar Millan Facebook group had thousands of members. Also that year, PBS aired The Dominance Myth, an episode of the documentary series Through a Dog's Eye, which stated scientifically dominance makes no sense, and I'm going to get into that later on. He was criticized. The show again was criticized. His behavior was also criticized. In 2012, he says it looks good on TV that he's this master over dogs, but then you see the credits. Don't try this at home. Why? Because it's dangerous. Again, it's confusing. Again, Cesar Millan is one of my greatest arch nemesis in this dog culture or crusade. Dogs are dangerous. They know dogs are dangerous. And the facts say that dogs are dangerous. Dog owners know they're dangerous. They're dangerous. And you sometimes have to use dangerous methods versus dangerous things like dogs. Like, what do you expect? Expect this guy to, what, tickle them with a feather? Use a pillow? I don't know, but I'm not promoting him, but I get it. I get why he's this dominant guy. It makes sense. Like, it really does make sense to be dominant over dogs. It makes more sense than to have your dog rule you. It makes more sense to be soft and passive with these dogs. It just makes a lot sense to be dominant. And I'm not promoting him. I'm not promoting any of that. But if I had to choose, being a little physical is a lot better than being soft. Because when you're soft with these dogs, that's when you get blame the owner. That's when you get attacks. The dog attacking you. Dog not listening. The same old things that I've talked about for this past year and a half. In 2006, producer of Dog Whisperer claimed his dog Gator was left bleeding, covered in bruises, and gasping for breath after being choked with a collar and overworked at Milan's Dog Psychology Center. He spent more than $25,000. The lawsuit was then settled a year later in 2015. Florida nurse claiming she was attacked and left with disfiguring wounds by a vicious and dangerous dog who had been released prematurely by Milan's training center. She said that she had to undergo reconstructive surgery as a result of the attack. It appears that the suit wound is its way through the legal system. Millan was eventually dismissed as a defendant. So here we have someone getting a dog and the dog attacks them. Again, I am not siding with Cesar Millan. I am not. But if you're an intelligent person, intelligent adult, and you get a dog, whether it's trained or not, that is your fault if the dog attacks you. You can't go and blame another trainer. Blame yourself for taking this dog and keeping him locked up in your house. That's just dumb to do. Why would you get a dog and do that? Why would you lock yourself in the house with a dog? With a pit bull, 2 dogs, 3 dogs. It makes no sense. And people like this always want to blame the finger at someone else, except for blaming it at themselves or especially at the dog. Sometimes you just can't fix stupid. And in 2016, Millan was placed under investigation for possible animal cruelty after a pet pig was nipped in the air. In one of his episodes, Caesar 911, I'm going to also might show the video. I know I got the video. I might show it, but I'm going to add more insight to what I think of that situation. Oh, it's right there. It comes with a price. So So this is how much it costs to hire Cesar Millan. So you go out and get a dog. You may spend around this much for that worthless mutt. Then you realize you're a shitty owner. So you need a dog trainer. So you're going to pay a lot of money to someone else so they can tell you how to control your worthless mutt. This is throwaway money. This is throwaway money. Throwaway money. Like, you might as well just throw your money down the toilet. You might as well. Or give your money to a homeless person. Give it to a charity. You might as well. Instead of wasting it on one dog or two dogs. You're paying these con people to manipulate your dog so it can listen to you. It's a waste of time and money. Waste of money. This is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I'm not going to show the video, but if you're interested, you can probably search Cesar Millan and pig dog on YouTube. So in the video, it was of some nut dog owner. Their ugly dog was attacking pigs. Dog was attacking pigs. So they call in Cesar Millan to help break the dog from attacking pigs. My problem with this is the fact that, again, this is what dogs do. Dogs are omnivore? Should be carnivore. My bad. Should have been carnivore. Whatever. Sorry. So breaking dogs out of being carnivores. So you have a dog that eats other animals, and you want the dog to stop eating other animals, even though that's what dogs do. To me, that it just seems, this is like abuse. This is slavery. This is about control, about being the boss. It's all that. It's like telling a lion not to eat an ox or an antelope. The lion's out in the jungle, you have a pet lion, for example, and you tell him, hey, you cannot eat the antelope. You cannot eat the ox. Isn't that crazy? That's what they eat. I'm not promoting dog nuttery. I'm not siding with the dog, but again, these dogs are carnivores. These dogs are carnivores. They eat other animals. And you're going to tell someone else to tell your dog not to do it? That just makes no sense. It's like telling bees don't eat nectar. It's like telling cows don't eat grass. That's what they do. That's what they eat. And maybe this dog isn't... Maybe, again, we know dogs hunt for sport. But again, I think these dog owners are more... They abuse dogs. They abuse dogs. They're gonna tell a dog not to eat certain things. How do you do that? How do you tell another creature you can't eat what you're supposed to be eating? Okay, let's say this problem does happen. Your dog is attacking your pigs. Why don't you get rid of the dog? Then there wouldn't be any dog to attack your pigs. Why don't you lock your dog in a cage somewhere, in a kennel? But this person wants to have their dog in the same cage as a pig? I mean, Cesar Millan needs ignorant people like this. This problem could be solved so easily. You keep your dog far, far away from your livestock. But this dog nut is an example of stupid. Let me go spend this much amount of money so someone else could tell me what my dog can and cannot do, when all you have to do is lock the dog up in a little cage or get rid of the dog. See, this dog culture it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to show up. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't. How to Handle a Dominant Mutt by Cesar Millan. And I use this picture because, again, it represents that this guy definitely is a dog god. Cesar Millan is a dog god. Might come back to that later. So, from Cesar Millan, on his very own website, 5 keys to handling a dominant dog. 5 things to keep in mind when dealing with an alpha dog. I'm about to debunk that soon. You need to be even more calm, assertive. You need to be even more calm, assertive. Set rules, boundaries, and limitations. Don't force affection. Use mealtime to your advantage. Again, like we've been going over, it's about food. Even the dog god, Cesar Millan, knows this. It's about food. And he also adds, the leader eats first. The same should be true when the leaders are humans. This is like it's like a cult. It's like a controlling cult. Give your dog a job. Give your dog a job. This is coming from Cesar on his website. Maybe he didn't write this, but it's coming from Cesar's website. So I'm gonna say Cesar Millan approved this or wrote it. I'm just looking at these things, like these are very expensive. All for nothing. All for nothing. Anyways, but again, some of these are just so absurd. Set rules and boundaries and limits. They're dogs. They can't hear what you say. They don't understand your words. They don't understand limits and boundaries. You put your dog outside, that thing roams onto other people's property. They don't understand a single thing you say. They don't care. If they have access to attack you, they're going to attack you. They're not going to think about boundaries. But he did say, again, use food to your advantage. And that's what it's about. It's about using food to manipulate these things. Even Caesar confirmed it. Cesar Millan, the dog god, confirmed that you need to use food. You need to use food to train your worthless mutt. Don't force affection. The trap that's easy for humans to fall into is to pursue their dog to give affection when the dog isn't cuddly enough, which puts the dog in the leadership position. So this is about, some dog owners will hug, kiss, they will grope, maybe rape their dog, whatever. French kiss, make out with their dog. This is what they do. And Caesar's saying don't do that because maybe your dog doesn't like that. Maybe your dog is aggressive because of that. All this is just, it's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. Don't force affection. And we're talking about dogs. This is as if we're talking about people. We're talking about dogs. Dogs without a brain. Barely a brain, at least. All right, dominance theory. And now I'm going to be shine the light on this. Spelled it wrong. On this nonsense. His ideas about dominance are derived from studies on wolves from 1940s. Dominance theory comes from several studies on wolves in captivity carried out in the 1940s. Those wolves researchers found competed for dominance, but according to Dave Meck, Mitch, research founder of International Wolf Center in Minnesota. More recent research contradicts this theory, indicating that wild wolves live in nuclear families that don't compete for dominance. The parents serve as the pack leader. Man, it keeps doing that. Yeah, so again, there's a lot of he say, she say regarding dogs came from wolves. And in this finding, they're saying that there is no dominance in a wolf pack. It's a nuclear. It's like a family. It's like a family. These wolves are just family, and they act like a family: mother, father, siblings, etc. Like a regular family. Cult leader tactics. So we're gonna look at some things that cult leaders do, and we are going to relate them to this dog culture. So, 6 effective tactics cult leaders use to build a raving audience. They speak to people's emotions. Same thing with dog lovers. They can, dictate what emotion the dog uses. They can dictate, the emotion a dog needs to stop doing. If a dog, for whatever reason, is being aggressive, they can dictate and say, hey, don't be aggressive. If their emotion is to be all hyper and annoying, they can dictate, hey, don't be all annoying and hyper. Provide simple, absolute answers. Again, just like telling them what to do. Sit, move, come here, go there, sit, move. I mean, I know dogs don't ask questions, so in a way, that's what it is in dog culture. You tell them what to do. Sit, move over there, come there, don't do that. These short, simple commands. Create a sense of urgent scarcity. Like cults with large followings rely on simple equation, urgency, scarcity, and massive action. The psychological trick at play here, fear of missing out. So again, they use fear. Just like with the dog. Dog culture, they can use fear. Like, hey, you leave your dog home, so you make the dog miss you, and they leave and they walk out the house. They come back home, now they make the dog all jumpy and whatever. When they're training the dog, they use tactics of fear or violent tactics. They use sort of thing. They dog lovers, they will play with the minds of dogs. When you're training them, they do. Like, I'm going to show you a few stories where trainers use fear. They used violence to get the dog to do what they wanted to do. They rely on peer pressure to overcome doubts. You can see this as dog lovers, like dog lovers in, I don't know, like in your social circle. This guy has a dog, she has a dog, but guess what? I'm gonna go get a dog. Everyone has a dog. Oh, I need a dog. So again, this socializing, this social stigma. If someone has a dog, you gotta get a dog. You gotta fit in, type of thing. Keep your audience hooked on your offering. Same thing with a dog. You gotta really, really brainwash this dog. You gotta make this dog miss you. These trainers make the dog love them. Like, they literally do. They literally have to train the dog to make them love them. They got to train the dog and act a certain way just so their dog can love them. And if their dog doesn't listen or whatever, they're going to blame themselves. And again, I said this before, I'm going to say it again. What if your dog just does not like you? What if you're a bad person? You talk funny. What if they just don't like you? But these dog nuts are going to make a dog. They make a dog love them. It's not like the dog is choosing people. Dogs don't choose people. Dogs don't knock on the door and say, hey, adopt me. No. It's the people choosing these dogs and them training them to behave a certain way just so that dog can like them and love them and grope them and jump on them and do all this nonsense to them. And cultivate an us versus them mindset. So again, they dog trainers, they train a mindset into these dogs, and that's what it is. They do. Where's that picture? Like this picture, for example. This guy is training the dog. This guy is, brainwashing the dog to think and operate a certain way by using this tactic. It's no surprise. All right, controlling person. Kind of the same thing as a cult. Wait, what? No, this is wrong. Why is this here? So signs of a controlling personality, not exactly what I wanted, but this is another example of controlling a controlling person. They make you think everything's your fault. Dog lovers do that. If the dog attacks someone, they're going to blame you. Dog's not listening, they blame you. If you're the victim, they blame you. They criticize you all the time. They don't want you to see the people you love. Same thing with dog lovers. They will allow their dog to kill anyone. They keep score. Dog lovers probably do that and see how many times the dog, runs up to them or gropes them or whatever the case may be. They gaslight you. They create drama. A lot of these dog nuts, they love drama. They love problems. That's why they get a dog. Dogs cause problems. Dogs cause attention. And that's what they want. Because as soon as these, these people, they get older, they tend to not be able to attract attention. And the best way to attract attention is to get a dog, because dogs are so needy and so panicky and so worthless. They intimidate you. Dog lovers do this with their dogs. They're moody. A lot of pit bull nutters especially are very trashy people, very nasty, rude, disgusting, disrespectful people. Not just pit bull nutters, but dog lovers in general. They're just bad people. They don't take no for an answer, especially with their dog. Again, it's about controlling. It's about wanting the dog to do what you want to do, not what the dog wants. It's not what the dog wants. It's about you as an owner want the dog to do. And they won't allow the dog to be a dog. They want to train the dog out of the dog, so the dog can behave a way that person wants to see the dog behave. It's not about the dog. Somewhat, but it's not about the dog. It's about this person. About this person being controlling, being evil, being abusive, and the best way to do that is towards a dog. Unreasonably jealous. They try to change you. Again, they try to change dogs. They may show abusive behavior. They do that towards dogs. How to get help? Get rid of your dog. There are other ways you can do in order to live. You do not need a dog to live. If you're lonely, get a friend or something. If you need to get fit, go to the gym. You don't need a dog to stay fit. You don't. What? I swear to... Oh my god. I swear to god I clicked that. We gotta know. Oh my god. I can't believe that happened. Anyways. Alright. The alpha dog myth. It says humans occupy a position of super dominance over dogs. That is when dogs live with humans. We control so many of their resources and basic needs down to when and where they can relieve themselves. They have no choice but to show us deference. So like I said again, this dog culture is very controlling. It's like a cult. You're pretty much bossing the dog around when they can do this, when they can't do that, and this, and jump. You tell them when to sit, roll over, etc., etc., etc. So again, it's not even about being an alpha dog. It's not. It's about being a control freak. It's about being abusive. It's about power. Dominance over mutt. Dominance training is problematic for the dog-human relationship because it incorrectly suggests that you should be forceful, sometimes be punitive to get your dog to be obedient. The Animal Health Foundation says, first of all, dogs and wolves are totally different species. I've been saying that for the longest time. Dogs and wolves are totally different species. Think about humans and gorillas, and you can see what I mean. The best knowledge we have now is not that dogs descended from wolves, but instead dogs and wolves both descended from a common ancestor. Dogs threw their lot in with man and evolved into the harmoniously with us and prosper from our success. So dogs are pretty much, eating the crumbs from the humanity's growth. While wolves developed as a wild species whose very existence depended on keeping as far from us as possible. Checkmate. Dogs do not live in a pack structure. Read that again. Dogs do not live in a pack structure. Left to their own devices away from man and with the adequate resources, they form loose social groups, but not structured packs. Like in this picture, it's not a structured pack. Do I need to say more? Do I need to say more? Man, I know what's going on with this thing. It's great. Like, again, Cesar Millan is teaching this pack leader crap, this alpha dog crap, when if dogs don't live in packs, they don't function in packs or structured packs, then this alpha dog thing gets thrown out the window immediately. If they don't live in structured packs or whatever I want to call them, then the alpha male, or that's not alpha male, the alpha dog or the pack leader, the dominance theory has been debunked. Cesar Millan has made up some nonsense. This guy went to university, learned some crap about dogs, then made up his own philosophy, which doesn't exist in this dog culture, as in dog culture. It doesn't. What this is? Why wolves work together while wild dogs do not? I think I left. I didn't. So if you're interested in reading this, I'm not going to go through it right now. All right, here it is. Yes, I found it. In some ways, In some ways, the results are not surprising. Wolves are highly social and live in packs, raise their young together, and hunt as a team. Dogs, I'm going to put in brackets, one bracket, dogs are adopted and are fed by humans. Bracket. When left to fend for themselves in wild or semi-wild conditions, raise their young on their own and look for food as individuals, not as a group. Again, this shatters Cesar Millan's dominance theory, alpha dog theory. It is out the window. This guy, he made up a philosophy that he may have learned from his grandpa. Made up a philosophy where he can use on ignorant people and people buy into it. And like I said, you ask 10 dog trainers the same question, 7 of them will at least give you entirely different answers. Cesar Millan is no different. Only thing different about Cesar Millan, he has all the fame and the money and the popularity. But in the end, Cesar Millan is still no different. He is still no different from any other dog trainer or dog owner. All it is fame and money. And popularity, that's all it is. If dogs do not function in structured packs, then that means the alpha dog, the dominance theory, the pack leader gets thrown out the window. I had a question. Do stray dogs form packs? Before I get into this, again, actually no, I'm gonna do it after. Stray dog packs tend to be a little smaller than feral packs and have 2 to 3 times as many males as female. Free-ranging dogs tend to be solitary, but approximately 60% of their dogs develop in temporary groups of 2 to 5 dogs. Again, this shatters the alpha dog hoax, the pack leader hoax. Urban and suburban stray dogs usually do not actually form packs in general. They may hang out together for a period of time in groups, but then inevitably they split up again. There are various reasons. Main reason is they do not need to form packs. They live in areas where there is no big game. They scavenge rather than hunt for their food, so they don't need to coordinate a chase. Scavenging or killing mice, rats, and groundhogs can be done alone, and usually a dog will get more food if he doesn't have to share with others. Again, this shatters the pack theory, the alpha dog theory. Cesar Millan, he made it up. All these dog trainers are making it up. This alpha dog, it's all made up garbage. Dogs tend to live and hunt, or not even hunt, scavenge for food alone because they don't want to share. Dogs are selfish, just like a lot of these owners. There are cases of dogs butting up with one or more dogs for days at a time, and dogs being drawn into proximity to each other by food sources. However, none of the above populations form packs the way wolves do. I'm going to end it there. Boom. Period. This ends the alpha dog hoax. Again, alpha dog is a hoax. It's a bunch of BS. Over 30,000 years, that's what I got on a Google search. There is evidence dogs were the first animals domesticated by humans more than 30,000 years ago. And we already know why. We just seen. We already know why. It says where it says. It says they scavenge for food. They don't hunt. They scavenge for food. Because they don't want to coordinate a chase. And I've been saying this for years. Dogs cannot survive on their own. They can't. This dog pet nonsense is a bunch, to use my language, is a bunch of bullshit. This dog domesticated pet best friend garbage is a bunch of bullshit. It all comes down to food. For over 30 years, 30,000 years, they've been domesticated by dogs. And yet, these dogs still have not developed a way to live like us. They don't behave like us. They're not better than us. They're not. They continue to act like dogs. Just like the one in the very beginning till now, they all act. Not, and generally speaking, they all act and behave the same. It comes down to food. As the post just said, dogs aren't hunters. They scavenge for food. You thinking, oh, your dog is here because it's your best friend? No. Your dog is only there because of food. You have been duped by the alpha dog hoax, by the pack leader hoax, and by this dog industry. This is why I'm here. I am here to expose this crap, to shine the light on it. Because a lot of you don't know this. You dog nuts don't know this. You've been lied to by people like Cesar Millan. By this dog industry, by this media, you've been lied to. You don't do your research because either you're too lazy or too dumb to do that. And that's why con artists, I'm going to call them con artists like Cesar Millan, they love people like you. You put over $4,000, $5,000 into their pockets. They feed you a load of bullshit and you accept it. You accept it, man. I was a child, a little bitty, naive, ignorant child, but yet I knew dogs were a bunch of crap, disgusting things. I knew they were worthless back then. And how can someone grow old with dogs and not question these things and not think about these things? You grow old and they die a dog nut, man. I can never die a slave. It is forbidden for me to die a slave, but a lot of these dog lovers are dying slaves because they fall for this garbage that the dog industry has been pouring out on them. In the cartoons, in the movies, in the media, in the people like Caesar, YouTube, their websites. You're being duped, people. Wake the F up. Man. Oh, man. Ugh. Oh, man. They're taken away from and forced to live with humans for many years. This is a fact. You go to the store, you get a dog, you jam it right into your home, and you force it to live there, you force it to stay, force it to eat, force it not to eat, force it to do this, not to do this. You force it to like you. Dog has no choice. Dog has no choice except for a window of opportunity where that dog can escape and flee the house. Sometimes it happens. That window of opportunity, that cracked door of opportunity. That dog didn't choose you. You chose the dog. Dog has no choice but to listen to you. Like I said, not even what I said, like they said. They scavenge for food. Either small dog, big dog, pit bull, some ugly retriever dog. It comes down back to food. They can't hunt, which is why they scavenge for food. It's about food. It's not about you. They don't really know who the hell you are or what you are. Excuse me. They don't know you by name. They don't know what your favorite things to do, what your hobbies are. They don't know. They're only there because of food and because you're forcing them to be there. You force your dog to like you. They are trained and conditioned to human standards. Again, the natural dog is no good. The natural dog behavior is no good, which is why people like Cesar Millan exist, so they can knock and eliminate the natural instincts of a dog. So the dog can behave like a slave. So the dog can either be a field slave. The dog can be a house slave. Dog could either be a little outside guard slave. The dog could be a fighting slave, a herding slave, a therapy slave. You're just enslaving the dog to do things that it has no idea what it's doing. You train it, you tell it what to do. It does it because dogs are dumb. They don't know anything. Dogs rather die a slave. A lot of animals out there, they rather die than be enslaved. These real animals, when they're captive, they just choose to die than be a slave. But dogs, sometimes I wouldn't say the dog chooses to be a slave, but they are trained to be a slave because of food. They realize, hey, this guy is giving me food. Why would I leave this guy? Maybe if I leave, there's a chance I wouldn't get any food. So that's why they stay. They stay for food, not for you. A lot of these dogs, they get adopted hundreds of times, different people. So it's not about the person, it's about food. It's about food. It's about control, power, and abuse. Worthless mutts have nothing in common with wolves except for 4 legs and organs. After many years, why haven't dogs evolved from their natural state? Telling you, this alpha dog crap is a hoax. It's a hoax, people. You've been duped. You've been lied to by people like Cesar Millan. Using this dog nuttery to sell, to make money off of these worthless mutts and owners. We're going to talk about dog trainers. So we're going to take a little break from Cesar Millan for a little bit. We're going to be shining the light on other dog trainers. They're not so popular dog trainers. Again, Cesar Millan is just lucky. He was at the right place at the right time. And Jada Pinkett Smith was able to add the gasoline to his dog industry, to his corruption. I'm not going to show the video, but Black Creek dog trainer seen on video abusing worthless mutt in Wisconsin. Disturbing video posted on social media shows a Black Creek dog trainer abusing an animal, and the Outgamey County Sheriff Office confirmed an active investigation into the incident is ongoing. And there's a reason. We gotta look at the screenshots. There's a reason why some trainers are aggressive, because you have to be. Sometimes you have to be. If a dog isn't listening, if a dog's being aggressive, you cannot just, be nice and passive. Sometimes being dominant, like Cesar Millan says, or being aggressive like this guy did, it's needed. It's well needed. So the same guy again. There's another disturbing video alleging abuse against a dog trainer in Black Creek. It comes as question are also being raised, or whether In Touch dog training is remaining open based on emails to current clients after the owner previously said his intent was to close. 2 videos are now being reviewed by Outgamey County Sheriff's Department. The latest involves Jeannie Wright's 6-month-old puppy, whose name is Ace. Ace was underneath the table, and you can see that Alan was trying to do something with him. Ace was scared he wouldn't come out, so Alan grabbed him by the leash, yanked him across the floor, and probably slid about 10 to 15 feet across the floor, said Wright, who lives in Freedom. So there you have it again. Same dog trainer being aggressive, being very physical with a worthless mutt. Disturbing video. Trainer slams dog to the ground. DA investigating abuse. Stomach churning video from social media has authorities investigating a dog training facility for animal cruelty, and images of the dog getting brutally slammed to the ground is pretty damning evidence. This went down at a place called, I'm not going to say the name, it's very stupid, in Texas, outside Houston. The video, which we must warn is hard to watch, not for me, but shows the trainer bark a command at a German Shepherd. The trainer bark a command, that's funny. Apparently the dog did not heed to that command because the trainer picks up the animal by the leash, swinging it over its head, then hurls it down into cement floor. You can hear the dog whimper as it struggles to get back on its feet. So yet again, another dog trainer in the dog industry abusing, I quote, abusing these worthless mutts. I can't remember what this is. All right, bear with me.
A video posted Monday on Facebook from inside a dog training facility in Bothell has gone viral, and a lot of you have asked King 5 to look into it.
We want to warn you, some of the images in this next story could be disturbing for some viewers. Lori Matsukawa joins us now with what we know.
The incident in question happened at the Academy of Canine Behavior. In the video, you can see the trainer. When the dog goes against what the trainer wants, the trainer hits the dog with the bat. We're going to freeze frame the video before and during the moment when the trainer repeatedly hits the dog. We have chosen not to air the video because it could be extremely upsetting for some viewers. So after being hit, you can hear the dog growling, trying to fight back, ultimately pulling away. After that, the trainer resumes the session without any more hits. The Academy of Canine Behavior released a statement today about the incident, saying in part, the Academy of Canine Behavior's owners do not condone the treatment of animals in our care, as shown in a 2-year-old video recently released by a disgruntled former employee. The employees shown and heard in this video are no longer in our employ or have been reassigned. Snohomish County Animal Control has investigated the situation. No citations or warnings were issued. Back in June, Snohomish County Animal Services says it did receive a package in the mail containing video and pictures taken at the facility. On June 27th, Animal Services conducted an unannounced facility inspection. The investigators said the kennels were found to be adequately clean. Animal Services also spoke with the trainer in the video and other staff. In a statement, Animal Services said, in part, it was reported that the Academy of Canine Behavior was asked to work with the dog after it had exhibited strong signs of aggression. The investigation concluded the behavior of the trainer towards the dog did not rise to the level of cruelty to animals as defined by statute. We spoke with a trainer at the Zoom Room in Seattle about that type of training used. She says it is an antiquated method.
The reason people aren't using alpha training anymore is because we have found that the positive reinforcement actually works quite better. We want to create a bond between the dog and the human, making sure that there's a bond of trust. With alpha training, you may get a dog to submit to your behavior or desires. However, you will never get that dog to trust you.
Obviously, a story that we are going to continue to follow.
Like I said, you asked 7. You have 10 dog trainers. You ask 7 the same question. You're likely to get 7 different answers. There you have it. Even dog trainers in this dog industry, even they abuse these dogs. I wonder why. I'm a dog hater, and I have never took a swing at a dog. You'd think that these dog lovers or trainers, if they really love dogs, they would be a lot more kinder. I have never took a swing on a dog. Not yet. Not yet. Man, but again, even dog trainers have to be aggressive with these things. And again, like I said, it's about control, being in a cult, about dominance, power, abusing, using, it's about control. It's about money and all that stuff. And even these dog trainers are aggressive towards these dogs. Why? Why is that? And I know it says, all you need is food to make a dog listen, but I guess that's not always the case. Maybe these dogs that are hard to train are dogs that don't want to be enslaved, don't want to be told what to do. Maybe these are the dogs that are the best dogs ever. Because they're not willing to submit to any person. Versus any other dog that's willing to just bow down and grovel to any person. Willing to have them enslave them, abuse them, beat them. And it shouldn't matter if you put fear in the dog or making your friend. Who cares? At the end of the day, whether you're dominant or alpha or you're nice to the dog, whatever, that dog is still dangerous. That dog is still dangerous. It's still a threat. You can train the dog all day, but you'll never take the dog out of a dog. I just kind of made that up. Trial in Singapore. And again, hope everyone is having a dog-free weekend as this is loading. So even another one in Singapore, even they are abusing these worthless mutts. Canine obedience school defends itself after abusive dog training video goes viral. Videos of dogs being shocked with electric collars, being kicked, dragged, and choked as part of their obedience training have once again been circulating over the social media, with many people condemning these actions. So you can see this dog trainer kicks the worthless mutt, likely choking these worthless mutts, hanging the worthless mutt, electric collar. Then you have all these, I'm not going to read them, I have all these dog nuts, doing what they do best, defending these worthless mutts. End of the day, who cares? And at the end of the day, I get it. I get why they're being aggressive. I get it. These are probably the best dog trainers you're ever going to get. These are probably the best dog trainers you're ever going to get. Because these guys, they make sure. They probably make sure that these dogs try not to attack someone. These trainers are probably trying to save a child. But then you have maybe trainers like this or people like this that would rather grope a dog just to make him sit, just to make him obey your commands. So again, I'd rather if I had a dog, I would let these guys train that dog. I would. I definitely would. I wouldn't want any nice, passive dog trainer training a dog. Because these guys, I think they're making sure, they're really correcting these worthless mutts' behavior. They're trying to save lives, ladies and gentlemen. These people are trying to save lives. And man caught on film abusing pet poodle pleads guilty for 4 charges of dog cruelty. So yeah. So again, it all comes down back to power, control, wanting to create some kind of cult, a lot of other things. What is this? Unexpected result. Nothing here. Let these up empty. So good. Worthless mutts. And let's observe this. The anxiety of these stupid dogs. So observe how dumb these dogs are. How dumb they are. They're getting anxiety. Look at this. See that? This was a child. A child they finally met this first time. This behavior. This is unacceptable. It's not funny. Oh my goodness. They're getting anxiety for a stuffed animal. And this is like a reflection of how they behave when a child or someone new comes to the house. They act like this. This is what happens. Look at this. And they find this funny. This is not funny. This is what happens in various situations. They growl at nothing. Is this lion provoking them? It's not even real. It's just sitting there doing nothing. And these dogs are acting like that. Here's another evidence of how dumb dogs are. I'm gonna turn on the volume. It is loud. Actually, no. 1 second. Can't turn the volume down. Hope it's not as loud. This is loud. My bad. Like demons, man.
What's that, guys?
Not the music. Like demons. Look at this.
What is that?
Look at the acting. Look at this. Over a balloon. See this. That's how they act when they see a child. Oh my goodness. Like dogs have like this is why I don't like dogs. They see you, they have to bark at you. You run, they have to chase you. This thing, it's a balloon. I don't know what it is. A balloon. And these things have to behave like that. It looks like demons, man. These look like demons. And that's how they behave in real life. In real life situations. They see a child, someone they don't know, running, doing nothing. They bark at them, they growl, and they attack. Was this stuffed animal provoking them to act like this? My gosh. My gosh. Attacked by her own dog. I believe this was involving I thought I wasn't. For a second, I thought I was not filming. I'm not going to show it, but this is. Just wanted to make sure about the dog nut, the pit bull nutter. That was a no. This was about the pit bull nut that was attacked by her own pit bull. Again, I have no sympathy. For when pit bulls attack their own owners. None whatsoever. Yeah, I have no sympathy whatsoever. So if you want to see that, it's on Pitbull Propaganda Machine Revealed, or it's probably on Google. If you just search Google or maybe YouTube, you'll find it somewhere. But I'm not going to show it for obvious reasons. Puppies attack toddler. I've already did this maybe twice, where this unreliable mother brought home four puppy dogs, and they had attacked the 2-year-old, and they're calling this littermate syndrome. It was brutal. Like it was bad. Like puppies. I think they were pit bulls, I believe, attacked a 2-year-old toddler, almost killing her. I mean, can the excuse, like, if you have puppies attacking a child, can the excuse of it's how you train it be used? Can that be as effective for a puppy? Or, like, let's say you just adopted a dog yesterday. It's how you train it excuse. Like, you just got the dog, though. Can that work? I don't know. I'm just being very curious.
A Billings homeowner had a very unusual breaking and entering last week when a dog came flying through their front door and quickly became aggressive, attacking the owner's dog in the process.
A quiet day at home suddenly turned chaotic last week for Stasia Morgan. And this is the moment it happened. A dog the Morgans had never seen before barrels through a gate in the family's yard and chases after the Morgans' 10-month-old dog Mac up the porch and right into the family's home. A home invasion that would shake up anyone.
Come here, buddy, come here. Mac.
I was at work, and I got the phone call that the dog broke through our gate and came into our house. So I had to go down or get off work and then go see how my wife was doing and our dog too.
Mac was bit in several places, but thankfully only suffered minor injuries. And fortunately, the Morgans' 2.5-year-old son was at daycare, but Dale's wife is still rattled.
She didn't know what to do, but I just told her, I said,
2.5-year-old son was at daycare, only suffered minor injuries. And fortunately, the Morgans' 2.5-year-old son was at daycare, but Dale's wife is still rattled.
She didn't know.
Why is it fortunately? Why do they say it's fortunate that their 2-year-old son was at daycare? I wonder why. Dog breaks in to your house. It's fortunate that your 2-year-old was at daycare. Why is that? Why would they mention that? I wonder why. Isn't it because dogs are vile, dangerous, disgusting things that attack and kill children? That's probably why. They know. They're not. Come on. They know that children are vulnerable to dog attacks. Most dog attacks occur towards children and even babies. But yet, no one wants to say, let's go ban them.
But I just told her, I said,
they always want to do these stories, okay, dog entered, okay, but there's no solutions. There's no, how do we fix this? None. It's just dog entered, dog attacked, end of story, let's move on. The solution is simple. Let's plan and eliminate these things. We could plan how to eliminate them. One way is get a big one of those dumpster bins, fill dogs in them, get one of those car crushers, and just boom, one big slam is one way we could do it. Or if you guys have an easier, better solution, let's plan. Let's come together and plan how we can eliminate these worthless mutts. Because just saying, oh, this happened, dog entered house, it's not enough. It's not enough. They're just, the media is just, what's that saying? They're blowing their own horn or something. They need to put more. They need to put more into this. We can't keep saying the same thing over again and nothing's being done. This dog broke into someone else's house. Like I said, dogs don't care where they are. They don't know where they are. They don't care. You can't set boundaries with a dog. Cesar Millan says, set boundaries with your dog. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They don't care where they go. They don't care where they can't go. As long as they can walk to that position, they're going to walk there. They don't care. You set boundaries or not, they're still going to do it. You set boundaries when you're there, they may not do it. You turn your back for 1 second, they're going to go past those boundaries. It was another home invasion by a dog, I believe it was. Oh, same one. So that was a different one. But anyway, you get the point. So a dog invaded a house. Thankfully. And it is fortunate that the 2-year-old wasn't at the house at the time. It is thankful. It is fortunate. But why do people, why, after so much blood has been shed by children and babies, nothing's being done. Nothing's being said, hey, let's ban these dogs. Nothing's being done. Let's say if you have children in your home, you cannot own a dog at least. At least do something. But it's hey, it doesn't matter. They treat dogs as individual. They treat dogs like people. If this individual does this, if this individual dog does it, they just look at it as individual. But again, after so many years, it's been dogs. Dogs have been the culprit, have been responsible for so many maulings and killings. And it's sad that we aren't, progressing. So this story, I'm not going to click in it. It's about dogs killing sheep for fun. This other one, dog attacks seal, again for fun. In this headline, LouisBurg lifts. I really hate these pop-ups, man. Every site I go to, these annoying pop-ups. LouisBurg will list ban on pit bull breeds. So that means a lot more children get to be attacked by these dogs yet again. We are going backwards, man. This is totally backwards. Instead of keeping children safe from these dogs, they're endangering more lives. They're endangering more lives. And I'm going to keep a tab on this one because I want to see how long until there's been another gruesome death caused by these worthless mutts. This is backwards. It just doesn't make any sense that we're giving the privilege to these dogs to attack more children. It doesn't make any sense. Again, it should be about the children. It should be about keeping people safe. And look at this video. Look at this. Oh no, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Look at this. And people are promoting this. People are promoting this, man. The parents are just sitting there doing nothing. This dog is so big and nasty, man. Man, these parents should be, man. These are bad parents. Horrible, horrible parents. Mother sacrifices baby. This is another pit bull attack. Again, another pit bull attack. Only 26 day old. "26 days. Look at this. Demon, man. This is a demon. Demon, man. Look at this. An Indiana mother has been arrested in connection with fatal mauling of her 26-year-old son by the family's pit bull terrier mix. This is a sacrifice. She laid her son at the altar, aka the home, and allowed the dog to put the child to rest. Again, only 26-day-old. Again, these dogs don't care. These owners, these pit bull supporters, they don't care. They don't care about being safe. They don't care about your children or children. They care about these pit bulls. Only 26-day-old. Look at this. Look at this. Man, I'm not going to start. 26-day-old. People nutters don't care. I'm trying to find the comments too, but they don't care. Because they're still doing this stuff. They continuously sacrificing and feeding their children to these things. After so many attacks and maulings. They don't take heed to that. They just do it, man. They don't think. They just continue this. She's a keeper. Maybe. Let's hear what this person has to say. I'm going on to like over 2 hours, almost 2 hours. All right, guys, I have a lot to say.
I'm really nervous to talk about this, but I feel like it's something that's important to be said. Can we normalize not giving a fuck about other people's dogs? If I don't have an established emotional connection with the dog, I don't want to see pictures of it. I don't want to see videos of it. I don't want to stop on my walk and pet it and say hi. If we're at the beach, I don't want it stepping on my towel, and I don't want it touching me with its nasty wet fur. Respectfully, keep your good boy away from me and my family.
Oh shit. Oh my god, I was muted this whole time. Sorry. Man, that's embarrassing. Yeah, so as I said in that last video, a lot of it's really hard to find someone that isn't a dog nut. A lot of even those that are neutral, that don't even own a dog, it's not enough. Like, they have to like really hate dogs to keep safe. You can't just be neutral, because neutral, sometimes you can end up being a dog nut. So no neutral allowed. So this article is about dogs and kids, 17 rules to keep kids and dogs safe. And all of it is pretty much the same thing. It's they have these rules, but it does not keep kids safe from dogs. Because it doesn't matter, because you could be minding your business, like I've shown many times, other channels have shown many times, many articles. You're minding your own business and a dog attacks you. You're walking down the street on your own property, dog attacks you. You're in your house, like I just shown you, dog attacks you. So it doesn't matter if you follow these or not. It doesn't prevent dog attacks. Like, this one is interesting. No meal interruptions, because we know dogs have this ridiculous food possession thing. If you touch their bowl, they're going to attack you. Again, dogs are scavengers. They can't hunt. They don't know why they're in that house, so they're going to be very possessive of their food. Children must respect the dog, but again, if you're going to stuff a pit bull in the house, any dog in the house, like how does that work? How? Respect the dog? Why even get a dog if you have to do all this crap? Like what's the point? Why risk it? This dog thing doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Sharing and playing between dogs and kids. So again, this is what the picture they show. Again, some experts will say this is okay. Some will say it's not okay. This dog bites them, they're going to say it's not okay. This dog doesn't bite, they're going to say it's okay. Some of these dog experts and trainers, it's all about the moment. They have their opinions for a moment. If they see that there's no biting incidents that happen, they're going to be, it's okay. In another case, there's a biting incident with the same or a different child doing the same thing, they're going to say don't do that. Dogs need personal space away from kids, but why is this being shown? Why do some parents allow this to happen? It doesn't make sense. Aggressive dogs. Kids and chain dogs. It doesn't matter. I mean, dogs have ripped through the chains fairly easily. Some can rip through it very, very easily. So chains and fences, etc., it's not enough. Misleading signs. How is a kid or even any person supposed to know what the hell a dog is thinking or wants? Like, how are you supposed to know that? And they even add a wagging tail does not always mean a friendly dog. Many different meanings for why dogs wag tails, but it's not what the movies will let you believe. And it is because they wag their tails because they are blowing in and waving their scent. And look at these liars. Usually when a pet dog wags their tail, it means they're excited, but excitement can be good or bad. It does not mean that. I don't think it doesn't mean that. I don't think dogs can get excited. I don't think dogs can actually get like the way humans. I don't think that can be. Dogs just behave like dogs. They just behave hyper and annoying. Again, a lot of them lie about this tail wagging thing. It's a bunch of lies. Let sleeping dogs lie. Again, dogs can bother you, but you can't bother the dog. If you have food, that dog can approach you with your food, but if you approach the dog, you can't do that. There's no just double standards. It's ridiculous. Rough play. Hand smelling. Again, that's bullshit. Another article I read a couple days ago. Lady did the same hand smelling shit, crap, and dog still bit her. So this doesn't work. It doesn't work. Dog can still attack you, and it has happened. Security precautions, socializing dogs with kids, bullshit. Again, they say don't do this. This does not look right. This dog looks like it's ready to attack. This does not look right. Avoid stray dogs. Again, you can avoid stray dogs, but sometimes a stray dog can't avoid you. Even in your home, like we just witnessed, dogs will break and enter into your home. You're on your own property. They will break and enter. So the only solution, again, is to eliminate these dogs. Body language, again, we do not speak dog. It should not be our responsibility to speak dog, to understand and read dog. No. If we get rid of the dog, we don't have to go through this nonsense. No loud noises, again, like the fireworks thing. Train dog with positive reinforcement. No, that's again, if you do that, you just train the dog to when this allows a lot of things. Like this opens the door for a lot of things. This is why I respect very physical, aggressive dog trainers. Because you open the door for a lot of opportunities for the dog to hurt someone. Let's see what they say. Dog kids in conclusion. By far, dogs can be one of the best companions, friends, and guardians for a growing child. Many studies proven tons of benefits. Bullshit. However, dogs are still animals. No, they're not. They're worthless mutts. They're demons. Maintaining safety precautions, particularly for a small kid who can easily be harmed, remains the first priority. Again, it doesn't matter. As long as there is a dog in the proximity, it does not matter what you do or do not do. There have been so many videos I've shown, so many articles that I've spoken about. Other channels have been showing. It doesn't matter. You can stand still, do nothing, mind your business, be in your own house, be a baby. It does not matter. But these dumbasses, that's what they are, dumbasses, they want to keep kids in danger. They just make up bull crap so they can continue to sell this bullshit dog propaganda. It's a business. It's all business. It's propaganda. All for a dog, for a worthless mutt. My God, this video is going too long. This video is... It's been a while since... 2 hours. I've been doing this for 2 hours. This is a... Oh, man. I'm going to try to end it now. I'm going to try to end it. More on Cesar. So I'm going to just do Cesar, quickly go through Reddit, and I'm going to end this video because 2 hours is a long time. I'm also going to correct myself. In a video before, I mentioned that Cesar Millan attacked the gymnast's dog. That was incorrect. I stand corrected. What happened? He attacked Queen Latifah's dog and also attacked a gymnast. That's what actually happened. I'm not going to go through it. We all heard about it. The dog god, the greatest dog expert trainer ever, his dog still, his own pit bull killed another dog and attacked another person. Like seriously? Seriously? Are you serious? One of the greatest dog persons ever. His dog still killed another dog and attacked another person. I am shocked. I am shocked. In the claims that Cesar Millan had attacked the gymnast, Cesar Millan denies accusation his pit bull attacked gymnast and fatally mauled one of Queen Latifah's dog. Cesar Millan has denied claims. And look at this thing. Oh, this is disgusting. Ugh. This is why. Ugh. Oh man.
The dog whisperer speaks up. It's Cesar Millan as you've never heard him before, an undocumented alien when he entered the country near immigrants who...
Not what I wanted, but no, man. Again, I don't know if 100% happened. But if something like this pops up, I mean, you never know. You never know. But let's say he did. Let's say he did. Doesn't this turn on the lights a little bit? That it doesn't matter? Like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Like, these dogs just don't matter. It doesn't matter what you do with these dogs or who's dealing with these dogs. It doesn't. His pit bull allegedly killed Queen Latifah's dog. Lawsuit claims Cesar tried covering it up. Like, why wouldn't he? This guy's making millions off of ignorant people. He's loved by millions of dog nuts. Why wouldn't he try to cover it up? Why wouldn't he? You're getting paid by these celebrities too? I wouldn't be surprised if it actually happened. And again, dog lovers are known liars. They lie. Like, dog lovers are known liars. They lie. I can show you the videos, but Cesar Millan is a advocate for opening the door for people to be attacked by dogs. So Cesar Millan tries to help people get over the fear of dogs. And what that means, he wants more children and people to be attacked by dogs. He wants more people that way. Even Jerry Seinfeld is a dog nut. Jerry Seinfeld is a dog nut. And remember that episode on Seinfeld? He had the annoying dog. And got it from the plane. Some guy was sick. He went to the hospital, so he had to keep the dog for a few days. Dog was annoying. He wanted to take the dog to a shelter, and Elaine was like, they killed the dog. Then Jerry's like, how late are they open? So, yeah, but again, this, man. Again, Cesar Millan helps a mother get over her fear of pit bulls. I think having a fear of pit bulls is the best way to prevent yourself from getting attacked. It's the first step. Let's say it's the first step and the best way to prevent any attacks. Not just pit bulls, but dogs in general. And this guy wants people to get attacked. He wants people to get attacked. He wants people. He wants dog nut, because that's how he gets paid. That's how he gets paid. He needs people like this. He needs them. He needs ignorant people. That's how he gets paid. That's how he makes millions, because of ignorant people. Fear of dog. Not fear. There's no fear. Fear of dogs. It's so rational to stay away from these things. It's so rational. But we have people like Cesar who wants people. Who wants people to get attacked and be flooded with these worthless mutts. He wants dog propaganda, pit bull propaganda. He needs ignorant people. He needs stupid. That's how him and people like him get paid. How many dogs does Cesar Millan own? Apparently he has 6 dogs. So Cesar apparently has 6 or more, maybe less, dogs. Can you believe that? This guy is like a dog addict. Like, being a dog person, dog lover, or dog nut should be like a mental illness. It should be a mental illness. 6 dogs. I think 1 is bad enough, but 6? He needs 6 smelly dogs? My gosh. Why do dogs attack? When dogs attack, what to do when attacked by a dog. This is from Cesar's website himself. Again, why do dogs attack? It's because of the motion of the person triggers their prey drive. we need to laugh at that. We definitely need to laugh at that. Once again, it's because the motion of the person triggers their prey drive. However, not every dog will naturally decide to chase down and bite someone who's moving too quickly. But how do we know that? Like, how do we know which dog it is? It's like, again, dogs should not be among us. He also adds, it starts with a dog that barks to defend his territory as a jogger runs by. Why does the dog bark? To make the person go away. And what happens when joggers keep running? They go away, and the dog has won. After happening, the dog learns that barking will make the invader leave, so its excitement level goes up in anticipation. So the dog is just retarded. Dog retarded. And how to avoid getting bitten? Again, going back to the fear of dog. If you have a fear of dog, that means you stay away from dog. If you stay away from a dog, you don't get bitten. But this guy wants people around dogs. He wants people to get bitten. He needs this. He enjoys it. And he also adds, don't stay calm, don't give in to fear or anxiety, and don't start yelling or kicking at the dog. An aggressive dog wants you to be stressed out before it attacks, which is not true, because a lot of situations, the person is calm, sitting there, standing there, doing nothing, and the dog still attacks. So this is all rubbish. This is rubbish. Rubbish. I'm not going to keep reading, because this is all rubbish. Already know why they attack, because of motion, because of their prey drive. But even the other video we just watched with the stuffed animal, that stuffed animal was just standing there. And these dogs were triggered so badly. They were triggered by a stuffed animal sitting there. Many cases, someone's just sitting there doing nothing, they attack. Stranger outside, mind their own business, they attack. This guy wants us to not have a fear in these things. That only opens the door for more attacks. And again, being comfortable is very dangerous. Because when you're too comfortable, you don't see what's ahead. You don't see what's ahead. And when you're comfortable, you're not prepared, and when it happens, you end up being shocked. End up saying the bogus excuses we hear all the time, over and over again. I honestly did not know this video would be this long. I did not know. I'm going to go through this quick and I'm going to end it there. It's been over 2 hours. I did not mean for this to be over 2 hours. How the bleep do you survive neighbors with dogs? This is Reddit says. We're going to read the comments. How do you survive neighbors with dogs? Yes, that is what dogs do, which is why they should not be in apartments. It's time for revenge. Blast the tunes. It's music. It's meant to be heard at loud levels. It's what music is for. Live with it. Better yet, get recorded sound of someone snoring and turn it up super high. I say that because people cannot help snoring, but they can control their music, and in most jurisdictions, playing music too loudly can get you arrested or ticketed. Honestly, such passive-aggressive response to a-holes like that, exactly what I would do. Okay, says again, blast your music. Having 2 dogs in an apartment is nothing short of animal cruelty. I'd contact whatever that is and say you are concerned about the dogs because they're not being looked after. You're not insane, and no, this is not what dogs do. This is what neglected, untrained dogs owned by inconsiderate a-holes do. My family member just ended up punching the dog owning neighbor while dragging them over the wall by their hair. I wasn't even anti-dog back then. I could tune the barking out without noticing, but my family member went insane after months of relentless barking from 3 months. So there you have it. Just some comments. Time to enjoy the 4th of July OP. You get me. Haha. Watch them plead for your consideration and neighborlessness. Already went through that, so I'm not going to touch base on that again. Another Reddit says... I'm going to go through the another one as well. I'm going to end it. Do this one first. YouTubers' dogs are annoying. I've unfollowed and subbed from countless content creators because they can't keep their dog and nuttery out of the process. Yep, I've unsubscribed from a few YouTubers because their videos had so much dog in them. Yeah, I'm not subscribed to any dog nuts. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. The really weird thing is that everyone else loves it when the animal shows up. Based on the comments, it's so creepy, and you're right. As someone who makes YouTube videos, I know firsthand that it's not hard to edit out unwanted sounds, but they want that in there. They think it's cute, and most of their nutter followers agree with them. The sounds make this person gag. I also hate when the shit beasts show up in the video, period. I have no problem unfollowing, unsubbing someone, and not supporting them if they insist on having the shit beast ruin their content. Yeah, some of the comments. I subscribed again to Papa Yoga YouTuber because disgusting beast was constantly in the background. I've seen in the YouTube home workout video where the dog went between the legs of the instructor while she was doing a series of butterfly crunches. I could not go on after that point. So there you have it. I haven't really dealt with this situation, but I know what they mean. You're watching a video and some nasty dog shows up and it ruins the whole thing. I get it. So this person praises banned pitbulls subreddit. So if you're interested in helping support the ban of pit bulls, you can join this group and read a lot of interesting content that they post, a lot of attacks, a lot of various pictures. It's very informative, so if you're interested, have a look. Yeah, sorry if this video was too long. I did not mean for it to be long. I thought this would be a very short video. I guess I really got to work on me talking. I guess I talk way too much than I realized, and that's something I really got to work on. So without further ado, I'm going to end it there. This is another Worthless Mutts, and remember, it's okay to hate dog. Thank you for joining me.